Welcome back, Vinyl Community. It's been quite a while since my last video. Since the last video, I was dealing with moving into a new place. So it took up a lot of time of moving, then starting a new job. That kind of put me back a little bit on getting videos out, and then getting engaged and planning the wedding and actually having the wedding. That all was taking a lot of my time. Working on my band's latest record, mixing that and producing that and putting everything out. That was taking up a lot of my time. So I haven't been able to make videos as often as I'd like to. But I'm on the last leg of my vacation. Just got married last week, and so I had the week after that off, and then this week off. So I had some time here, so I thought I'm not doing anything on this morning. I'll go ahead and do a vinyl update. There's going to be a lot of Beatles in this, not all Beatles, and this isn't everything that I've gotten over the past, since the last video. So we're just going through some select items, some more stuff that I've gotten recently. Beatles and more recent items. This might be the oldest one. I might have bought this a year or so ago. This is, I think this was the John Glenn mix. I can't remember exactly. But a lot of claims on it being promotional record and all that stuff. I don't believe it. It's just a bootleg, an older bootleg at that. It is older. It's got some inserts claiming to be promotional items and stuff. Promotional, like a press kit. This is inside of it too. This just talks about, or it's apparently, supposedly from Peter Brown, talking about this being a promo copy. But, very nice though, very nice to have. I love the cover. I've always loved that photo. Always loved the photo where they did the Please Please Me session. Okay. Next one here is when I was up in Amish country in Apple Creek, Ohio. Stopped at a store. They had a record section. It was kind of like an antique store, but they had a fairly nice record section, and got this copy of Beatles 6. It's still in the shrink. Get the glare off there. That's awfully nice. Trying to do some of these in some sort of order, I guess. Picked this up a month or so ago. This is the Savage Young Beatles. I have a bootleg copy that I got in Italy. Whenever I was in Italy studying for school. Like I said, it's same music, but obviously the covers are different. It's not just the orange and the yellow, it's different photo, different back and everything. Not in the best shape at all. It was an eBay auction. They had a make offer on it, and I didn't want to pay too much because it wasn't that great a shape. And I was the only one that had, no one had bid on it yet, and they had a make offer. So I offered them $25 for it just to see, because they had the lowest starting bid at it was like $5 or something. And it was still a week away, so I thought I'd offer them $20, maybe I get it. They declined the offer. I went ahead and bid on it, and got it for $5. So they could have got 25 out of it, but they tried to play ball and it didn't win for them, so I got it a lot cheaper. Try to go through the Beatles ones first, I guess. Okay, I guess I might. Well, it's not all the Beatles. I do have one more Beatles item. I'm gonna save that for last. Well, picked this up on eBay. See there, it's a Beatles cash-in album. Only picked it up really because I really like the cover. I've seen this photo and different photos from this concert. This is at a Beatles concert, but I've seen photos of this girl in lots of different Beatles books and whatnot, and it only catches my eye because a girl that I once dated back in middle school looked exactly like her. So I always thought that was funny that there was such a likeness to her. That photo. Okay, when I was I mentioned before that I just got married last week, and my best man had taken me on a trip the night before. Go to a casino and do some different things, and while we were in Wheeling, doing some walking around in Wheeling, and stopped at a record store there, and I picked up this Springsteen boot. Had 45 inside of it, but it's all tracks from Darkness on the Edge of Town. Sorry if my voice is sounding the way it is. Like I said, I'm still pretty sick. But yeah, the boot's near mint. Sounds really good. And then we stopped at an antique store, and they had a record section, and they had this copy of Dark Side of the Moon. It's got some ring wear on it, but that wasn't the main reason I got it, since I have a copy. But this one, it's got both posters and all the inserts and everything in it, and it's an original copy too. And the vinyl is really minty as well, just ring wear on the cover, unfortunately. Let's see, the big ticket item that I got that day at that record store was, I've been looking for a copy of this, the Crickets album, The Chirping Crickets. There. And there were a lot of reissues of this, but I wanted an original copy. So I tried to have a fairly big Buddy Holly vinyl collection. I wanted everything original, and I have that. That was really nice to find. Let's see, this is a pre-order from Music on Vinyl. It's the Misfits' Famous Monsters. I was really looking forward to getting this when they announced it. It's one of my favorite albums, despite Michael Graves and his poor political choices and his unfortunate opinions on things. A lot of great songs that he wrote on this, and a lot of great ones that Jerry and Chud and Doyle also wrote. This is on a green vinyl. I'm not going to pull it out because I got it in plastic, and it's in the newspaper vinyl sleeve as well. But one of the best albums in that genre. Here's a couple that I picked up at a local antique store just recently. It's a John Denver's Rhymes and Reasons, still in the shrink. Rocky Mountain High. This is one I already had, but this is a much nicer copy, so it's a nice upgrade. Whose Garden Is This? This is another one I didn't have, but it's also in the shrink. And it's got a sticker on it from a record store that would have been in my town back in the 60s. I did get one more John Denver from that record store, and it was Poems, Prayers, and Promises. Still in the shrink, but I haven't pulled it out for whatever reason. Okay, like I said, that wasn't everything that I've gotten over the past year or so since I've made my last video. But this is a big reason here. Like I mentioned before, I had just got married last week. Got married on October 21st, and when we had left the wedding, we left town. We're gonna go to Florida, and we drove to Columbus to stay at a hotel, and we were gonna leave the next morning. I got a notification from my Safe Search on eBay, the album that I've been looking for many years, probably since I was 10 years old. So that's 14 years ago. Been looking for this album, and for an affordable price and in okay enough shape that I would constitute paying the high price for it. But it popped up on my Safe Search, and it was a buy it now, and I checked it out and went ahead and took a chance and got it. And I was very happy to get it, and I got a frame for it. You can see it there. It's not the best peel job, but it's very nice to have a real copy. Had the original inner sleeve in it as well. Of course, unfortunately, can't really display that in this kind of frame. And I could have just put it in a regular frame, with the cheap ones with the plastic, but this is wood and glass, and wanted a nice way to display it as a holy grail item, for me. Wanted it to look nice. I know a lot of people complain about the condition of it and the peel job, and a lot of that's still on there is from the paste over. So if I wanted to actually get it restored or send it somewhere, I could get that off, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. But okay, like I said, this isn't everything that I've gotten. Just a few select items. So I probably will be doing another Beatles update, a more inclusive one, and then I'll probably redo my Tiny Tim collection, because I've gotten so much more since then. If there's anything you guys would like to see or want to hear me talk about, or any sort of responses to any other videos, or if you want to ask what all I have or certain artists, just let me know in the comments, and we can probably do it.